Hi everyone, welcome to the sunny side. I'm Sunny. Today we are going to talk about being better than we were yesterday. And I wanted to mention how, in my mind's eye, what we do to become better than we were yesterday is we do the hard things. There's a quote by Les Brown that says, if you do what is easy, then life is hard. If you do what is hard, then life is easy. If it is hard for you to exercise, do the hard thing. Even if it's for 5 minutes. They do have 5 minute workouts. I did a 5-minute workout today. I also did a 10-minute workout, but I also did a 5-minute workout. Because after my 10-minute workout, I was like, no, I've got more. I've got more in me. I'm going to push myself. And then when you do things that are hard, it makes things that seem even bigger easier to handle / manage. Everyone is going through some kind of hard. Whether it is finances, marriage, if you're not married, a relationship, if you don't have a relationship, being single, if you are single with kids, if you're just, if you're going through divorce, if you're going through homelessness, if you're going through abuse of any kind, but it's hard. Everyone is going through something hard. If you want to do what is easy, you're going to find the hard things become so overwhelming that you just give up and you're just like, hands off, I'm not touching that. And then it diminishes yourself. It diminishes your capacity to realize your self-worth and your self-esteem. And those two things are really vital to have in your life. I'm not at all promoting selfishness. No, I'm all about service and giving and doing for others. But you also have to give and do for yourself. Right? It's like being in the airplane. I'm sorry, I've got this. Okay, it's like a squirrel. I'm not going to do it. Okay, no squirrel today. I'm in the Costco parking lot, so there's no squirrel. There's no children asking for ice cream. It's like being on a plane, and when the flight attendants, say, you need to put your mask on first before you help someone else. If you are give, you're going to run dry. You're going to tap out, and then when it's really vital to give, you're not going to be able to do it. So I'm not saying don't give to yourself at all. Now, getting back to doing what is hard. When you do the hard thing, when something harder comes along, it's going to be easier to manage. When you overcome the hard obstacle or your goal, you will actually give yourself this, I don't want to say applause, but you will give yourself the love and admiration that you've been wanting from others. You will find that you build your self-esteem, and you will find that you get to go around kind of being proud. Difference between pride and being proud. Different conversation for a different day. Pride and proud. But you will give yourself enough pride to look at that and be like, I did that. Bring it on. Like, let's do this. I've been through enough hard situations in my life, and I've got various stories that I can share if you guys want to hear. If not, fine, whatever. But for me, my hard for today is posting another video. I find it actually harder today to post a second one than I did the first one. But the first one made it easier for me to start this one, and it gave me the motivation, and it gave me the I felt proud moment to get through this second hurdle of I'm posting yet another video. And I tell you what, this is by far much harder than it was yesterday. And I felt like yesterday, I don't want to say it was a complete flop, but I don't feel as if it was as good as I wanted it to be. But that's okay. That's okay. You have to start somewhere. Okay. What started me with doing things that is hard, and it sounds really funny, is I started making my bed every day. When I got out of bed, it usually was I don't know, second thing I would do. So I'd get up, I'd use the bathroom, I'd brush my teeth, I'd kind of get ready for the day, and then I would make my bed. I still do that on occasion, but sometimes, most of the time when I get out of bed, the first thing I do is make my bed. Because when I can make my bed, then everything else just kind of rolls along, and I can accomplish everything else, and I don't feel like I'm all scrambled. That's me. The other example I have of doing what is hard is my daughter. She is naturally gifted with music. That girl can pick up an instrument and play, and like she's been playing for years. I mean, that girl can, she's good. But her job has taken her in a different direction. Something that is not even in her realm that she's doing. And that's her hard right now. She's in her heart. And when she took this position, she had no idea what it entailed. And it was a move up in her company. And she was like, okay, I'll do it. I'm going to do it. And complete opposite of what she's been doing. And she would call and say, Mom, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I have no idea. And I just kept telling her, keep going, keep trying. You've got this. You're smart. You are like super smart. You've got this. I know she's got a better handle on it. But the most recent hard for her was a meeting that she was asked to lead with some heads of the company. And, you know, you can probably hear that semi. Like, I'm in a Costco parking lot in the very back. Go away. Anyway, squirrel. Oh my. Okay. She was asked to lead a meeting, and she did. Well, she called me and she said, hey, Mom, do you have a minute? And I immediately knew. What's wrong? What happened? Are you okay? And she's like, how did you know? And she just lost it. She just got super, super emotional because she felt like she had just failed so miserably. And she was telling me about everything in this meeting and how the presentation didn't work and other things were happening. And she just felt so defeated. When she was telling me about this meeting, I didn't hear the failure. I heard the courage, the motivation, and the leadership skills that she presented in that meeting. She plowed through, even though it was hard. She was okay. Well, she wasn't okay, but she let herself be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And she pushed past that point. She did better than what she thought. She had some of the heads of the company come up and say, you did such a fantastic job. And here she is in her brain like, oh, gee, thanks. And she's like, no, I did not. But she did it. She got through her hard. And lo and behold, later on, hey, we want you to present another meeting. And she was like, did you guys not learn from last time? And she called me. She says, Mom, they want me to do another one. And I said, do it. You got this. They saw the leadership qualities. They saw how well you ran it with all the things that were going wrong. You took charge, you stayed calm, and you plowed through those problems. That's what they saw. And she's like, oh, okay. And so she did it. The first hard for her made it easier. It was still hard, but it made it easier for her to get through the next point of hard. Now, she could have totally taken the easy way out, said no. She could have taken the easy way out and just let the meeting just go to a complete flop the first time around and let the heads of the company take over. But she chose the hard. She chose to do what was hard for her. And now she's learned from it. She's learned what not to do, what to do, how to handle this a different way. And that's the point. When you choose the hard part, you're able to do the harder thing the next day. And then the harder thing and the harder thing until it becomes to the point that hard is no longer an issue because it's all easy, because you've done it. So let me hear in the comments, what kind of hard are you facing? If you feel like you want to share. If it's hard to say hi to somebody in a store, to make eye contact with someone and say hi, try that. It was harder for me at first, and now I can do it. And you don't know if it's going to help that person. It's definitely going to help you. It's definitely going to be a good thing for you because it just helps you get through that hard thing. But maybe you're an answer to somebody's prayer. Maybe somebody just wants, maybe they are just saying like, I want to be recognized. I want to be seen as a person. I want to just have someone say hi to me because I feel like I'm just floating. I feel like I'm just here and no one cares. And then when someone just, hi, how are you? You never know. You never know if you're going to help somebody. And if you don't help somebody, you don't help somebody. You help yourself, though. You are somebody. You are somebody. So don't say, oh, I can't help anyone. You can, because you are somebody and you matter too. Don't make it to where it's a selfish thing. You know, there's got to be a healthy balance, but you matter too. So let me hear in the comments what your heart is. Let's talk about it. Let's see if we can't help you get through it. This is a team effort. This isn't just like, hey, Sunny said. But yeah, I really, really would love to hear your guys' hard. I love you guys. Do the hard thing today, whatever it may be for you, whatever that looks like. Because when the next hard thing comes up, and it will, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to make it easier to get through. Doesn't make it any less hard. It just makes it easier to get through. That's it for today. Let me hear from you guys. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.